大家好哈，我是小猴哈，
Dear viewers, I'm Xiao Hou, still studying in Ukraine, in the capital city of Kyiv.
百姓的家里哈，就是说
Today we have fled to a farm which is owned by local Ukrainian people, and during our escape out of the city of Kyiv, we have lived in this Ukrainian family for the 4 days, and they provided us beds to sleep and food to eat. During the past 4 days, I can feel the Ukrainian people, they are really kind-hearted. They gave us everything they could and provide every food they could to us. They shared the same food with us, and they even let us to eat first. Every morning they are quite busy to prepare the food for the whole family and also us. They provide us with the potato mash and also some of the vegetable soup for us to eat. And at lunch, it is also follows the same patterns. We do help them with some of the we actually want to help them with some of the housework, but they don't allow us. We are quite embarrassed with their so much help. This is actually a household provided by the local government, which enables us to get some of the shelters. We were trying to escape from the city of Kyiv, and on the way out of Ukraine, I feel that the local people and the local government has treated us quite good. The Ukrainian people does not enjoy a very good income because of the COVID-19 pandemic in the past 2 years. For our landowner that we are temporarily dwelling in, her biggest son is actually one of the troops working in the Ukrainian army. Every night, he needs to get out of the house and protect the whole village. We bought them some of the food, and we give them some cash, but they don't accept it. It feels that their own honor or their own expertise is quite different with the Chinese ones. And we have to buy them some of the hemorrhages and also the vegetables to give them back. We do everything we could to give them back their kind-heartedness. We also want to help them with their day-to-day lives, to ease their burden. I could feel that the owner of this family is quite busy. He needs to get out every day to work, and also his biggest son also needs to work in the Ukrainian troops. And sometimes I help the lady with the furnace, and I also help to cleaning the whole house. Gradually, I learned how to fire up the furnace, and also I learned how to cut up the woods and fire up the furnace for the whole family. I gradually learned the skills. In the past 2 days, I understand how to fire up the furnace and heat up the whole house. Even if our landowner is not here, I can also fire up the furnace. I can also help the lady with another home, which is also going to save the landowner's time. And something more serious, which is occurred to me, that one of my friends came to Ukraine together with me. He told me that he has a girlfriend who is from Ukraine, a Ukrainian girlfriend. He moved out of Kyiv together with his girlfriend. That was his girlfriend's family. Yesterday, I was telephoning him, telling me that we need to leave Ukraine as quickly as possible because he is living in his girlfriend's family, and also the whole family and the whole house was bombarded. He feels quite lucky that the whole family has been relieved quite early, and currently he has arrived in Romania, where the local embassy provided him some of the food and water and a safe place to live. So the most dangerous part is inside and outside of the city of Kyiv, including the Kharkiv, the second largest city of Ukraine. The whole city was engulfed in the bombardment. According to the latest news we heard from this village, we find the whole situation is quite severe while we are still living in peace. If there is no possibility, if there is no requirement, we are not going to get out of this house because we don't speak the local Ukrainian language, which is going to create a lot of trouble for us. We've been here for 4 days. The longest distance we have reached is 2 checkpoints and 1 supermarket to get some of the daily necessities. We are living in this landowner's apartment and we are checking out the latest news. And once everything is being stabilized, after 1 week, we are going to travel to Kyiv. The reason we are being stopped on such a journey is because yesterday we understand that the county that we are living has been severely bombarded by the Ukrainian troops. We are still several kilometers away from Kyiv. Once everything is relatively stabilized, we are going to reach Kyiv and went to Poland. One of my friends tells me yesterday that he arrived in the city of Kyiv, and he said that it was crowded with the refugees. On a quite cold night, he has been standing in the street for the whole night. He was quite helpless. At the dawn, he telephoned his friend and get contact with the local Chamber of Commerce in Poland. The local Chamber of Commerce sent him an address to take up the bus and get onto Ukraine. He uses more than 1 day to arrive in Poland. We have also heard that the local conditions in Poland is quite good. They have some of the temporary shelters and temporary hotels prepared for the refugees. The food they eat, the water they drink is quite standard. We also heard there are some of the humanitarian aid in Germany. No matter which country, which nationality you belong to, as long as you are fleeing from Ukraine, you are going to be taken care of. In Poland and in Germany, we have been escaping from the city of Kyiv for a long time. It has enabled us to re-understand the city and also the people in Ukraine. Because I did not speak a quite good Ukrainian language before, I did not communicate with the local people a lot. I think the local people, they are really kind-hearted and they are really pure. Under such circumstances, under such a situation, the local people still try to help us. When they are withdrawing the money from the banks, they are still lining up and following the basic manners. I can feel that through such details, the local people is really highly educated and they are really good people. There are only a few of them which are thieves during such unusual circumstances. I think that this has shocked me a lot. I am really grateful for the local Ukrainian people for their help. I have one friend who is a Ukrainian people and they help us. Our vehicle once catch up with the fleet of our Chinese embassy in Ukraine, but later we have been lagging behind because we are lacking the oil and petrolines. So we were trying to seek help from the local Ukrainian farmers, and they give us shelter and food. And we were really thankful for the aid that they provided. The local farmer drives our vehicle to the local kindergarten, and also at that time the head of the local kindergarten prepares us a lot of food and drink, and some of the eggs and breads that we can carry with us, and also some of the pickles. So when you are helpless, when you are trapped in trouble, the help that is granted by other people is something that you should be grateful for across your life. And at that night, we get registered at the local government. There are some of the rumors that the Russian government is putting some of the spies among the Ukrainian people and also the foreigners. They registered our identity and asked us what did we do in Kyiv. We are students who is studying in Ukraine. Because of your personal identity, they have searched our personal identity and figured out there is not so much suspicious information about us. They bring us to this house of the farmland. It is a perfect family, and they have 2 grandkids, 2 sons. And the father and also the mother, there are 6 people in this family, plus we 3. Every time we eat first together with the kid, and they wait for us to finish our meal, and the father and mother of this family then started to eat. It is the 4th day. We have cooked some of the Chinese meals for them to have a taste about the Chinese food. We have done everything we could. We made some of the Chinese dumplings for them, and we have fried some of the Chinese dumplings for the family. We have also fried some of the sausages and eggs. The tastes are quite different. We expressed every gratitude that we have. We are planning that when we were leaving, we are going to give them some money as an economic compensation. At the first day, we give them 1,000 RMB, and on the second day, we want to give them another 1,000, but they refused. But when we are planning to leave, we are going to give them the money. And we really want to thank them for their help during this difficult time. May this world to be a peace one.